Hi, welcome to the tutorial for assignment 4 using the page sorter. This should be a very short video. There really isn't much to explain about the page sorter. Notebook software works very similar to PowerPoint in that you'll have your slides over here in the page sorter on the right. Um, this is the opening page here that you're looking at. And you can see a small version, a thumbnail version of this in the page sorter. If I want to add a page, I would come up here to the toolbar and add a page. And now you can see I have 2 pages in the page sorter. Let's go back to the original page. New to version 10 of the notebook software is the ability to group your pages so that if you're doing a large presentation or long presentation, you can sort the pages into subgroups. And the way you would do that is by clicking on the Groups tab, Editing Groups, and then you can rename these groups here. So let's say I wanted to do a lesson on multiplication. I may want the first several slides to be an introduction, for example. Okay, so now I have introduction for these couple of slides. Slides in the page sorter automatically default with the name, the date, and the time that they were created. And these as well can be changed by double-clicking on that and then just changing the name. Maybe we're first going to have a page dealing with facts, and perhaps the next page would be a 2x2 multiplication review, and so on. So you can rename each of these pages. Now, if I wanted to add a new group, I would go to Edit Groups again, add a new group, and you can see it's given me a new page down here. And perhaps this group I might want to name 3x3 multiplication. Maybe I want a slide or two in that area. And then perhaps another group where I'm going to be teaching some lattice multiplication. Okay, and as you can see, it's added a new page every time I've added a group. And then you may want to go ahead and change the names of these individual pages. So that's a great way to sort your pages as you're creating them for any presentations that are rather long. And some people prefer to just do shorter presentations with fewer pages and not really worry about the groups. Either way is fine. Another thing you may want to use the page sorter for, there's a couple of options. I'm going down here to my very last page, and I'm just going to add a heading in here by selecting some text. And I'm going to name this lattice multiplication. I'm sure I spelled that wrong. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have a name here on my page. I'm just going to make this a little bit larger, sort of like a heading. Let's say I have a few pages I'd like to create under this heading lattice, and I want this particular heading to appear on each of the pages. I can go ahead and clone this page by clicking on the drop-down menu. I have selected this particular page in my page sorter. The drop-down menu gives the option to clone this page. Okay, and now you can see there are 2 of them, okay, in the page sorter, both of them carrying this heading. Sometimes there's a template or something that you're using and you would like to clone that page several times and then go ahead and add specific details. So that's what the clone the page option is. Also, in this drop-down menu, you have the option to delete a page. You have the option to clear the page. And you have the option to insert blank pages. Okay, and you'll see the last thing down here that I'd like to point out is the screen shade. This is very useful if you're delivering notes or you only want students to see a portion of the page at a time. And the screen shade can be operated top to bottom, or you can go left to right on either side if you're doing work that involves hiding half the page that way as well. Well, that's an introduction to the page sorter. Hope that was helpful. And that's it for today. Thank you.